We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and our home team. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And look at this. This is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Jackson.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
32-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Off to his fullback, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more.
Clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Barkley, toss play left. That one good for
for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Brings up third down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for.
But it's going to be second down. To throw again, Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Giants' 1st down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Julian Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And 12.
On play action, they'll throw. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Julian Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Giants have it. It's picked up. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Great return as they're finally able to take him down. They thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you get the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a line 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Lions 17. Giants 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 30, 10, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he will take it out in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
The score Lions 17. Giants 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
30-yard line.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins.
He's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and they'll get him down right around the 16.
He was Zach Bond there on the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First play of the drive there is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Giants.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Giants, first down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
That ball coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete.
41.
Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They run the toss with Dobbins. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.